A secret meeting has just revealed who you truly are. You are the direct descendant of my beloved son. Do not leave. Do not ignore this, for something momentous awaits you. Every second you stay, the truth comes to light. A few hours ago, in a locked, private room, a confidential meeting took place. The people in that room were trembling with nerves. Your name was the first thing spoken. It was no mistake. Documents, ancient manuscripts, and seals that no one had ever seen were placed on the table. Your true identity has been exposed. They all approached the table fearfully. What they discover about you is something your own family has hidden for generations. Stay until the end of the video. This truth is heard only once in a lifetime and changes everything you believe about yourself. A man entered the room carrying a very old leather-bound book filled with strange symbols. He said clearly, "Don't ignore this," as if he were speaking directly to you across time. Inside the book was a record of a branch of the family that everyone had presumed dead. But when they compared the remaining blood records, only one name matched theirs. Yours. At that moment, the room fell completely silent. The candles flickered, and the air in the room shifted completely. Everyone realized something shocking. The person they had all been searching for, the one destined to rise and protected for centuries, was not a myth. It's you. They said your identity was kept hidden not only for your safety, but because the moment the truth was revealed, powerful forces will begin to awaken. Don't stop watching now. Every second that passes brings you closer to the truth that has been kept from you since birth. Then they opened the last envelope. It was a document sealed with a crest that no longer exists in modern history. The elders at the gathering gasped. That crest revealed your family name, a lineage everyone believed vanished hundreds of years ago. At first, they were afraid to read it aloud. The truth was too great and too sacred. But when they saw your initials next to that crest, they knew they had no choice. They said, "The world must know the truth, and you must know who you really are." Listen carefully, because what happened next in that room shook even the strongest among us. Don't skip a thing. The historian opened a second, much older manuscript. Its edges were frayed by the passage of centuries. When the light touched the paper, a symbol shone. It was the same symbol that appeared in royal archives and lost temples. When they compared it to your blood, they took a step back. It was a perfect match. They realized you're no ordinary descendant. You're the last heir to a legacy the world thought was dead. Before proceeding, they reviewed everything again: your initials, your birth date, your ancestors' origins, and those traits of yours you never understood. Everything fell into place like a puzzle that had waited centuries to be completed. Don't go yet, because the surprises don't end there. They found a hidden note that read, "The true heir will rise when the world least expects it." That's why your life has felt different. That's why you always felt there was something greater inside you. You're not just anyone. You were chosen by your own lineage. Stay until the end. Something huge is still waiting for you. Before the meeting ended, the lead researcher paused and said one last thing, a direct message for you. But first, they asked that you share this revelation because more people need to witness the truth that is unfolding in your life. Comment and subscribe to spread this message. It's not for publicity. It's because the moment your identity becomes public, your destiny begins to unlock. They said that recognizing it is the first step, and accepting it is a gateway to everything that is written about your future. Stay with me. Don't skip this. The next part reveals the exact title your ancestors held, the identity the world thought was lost forever. Pay attention, because when they opened the last scroll, the entire energy in the room shifted. Don't leave. The scroll was wrapped in a dark red ribbon, something reserved only for the highest ranks in ancient history. As it was unwrapped, a shield appeared with 3 rings representing power, wisdom, and destiny. The elders stood frozen. They whispered among themselves, unable to believe what they were seeing. Your name was inscribed beside that shield. It seemed as if destiny itself had waited centuries to reveal this connection. For a moment, no one moved or breathed. They grasped the truth. You are not merely part of forgotten lineage. You are the direct descendant of a line that played one of the most influential roles in ancient civilization. The tension mounted as they read the inscriptions. They found stories of a family known for their leadership, vision, and intuition so powerful that entire communities trusted them. Don't skip this. Something big is coming. These writings described a descendant who would appear generations later with the same inner strength and the same ability to sense things before they happen. Every detail resonated with you perfectly. It was as if the parchment was reading your life and your emotions. The elders understood that your existence is not a coincidence. It was foretold. That feeling you've always had, that you were born for something greater, wasn't your imagination. It was memory in your blood. Then they read the phrase that silenced the room completely. The hidden heir will rise when the world begins to forget its origins. The elders looked at each other and understood instantly. This is the moment. This is why your truth has come to light. Now you must rediscover who you are to take the step toward what was written for you long before you were born. Stay until the end. Don't leave, because now you will hear the exact revelation that the elders confirmed. Something incredible happened next, and you have to hear it without skipping a second. Stay until the end. As the elders gathered around the last manuscript, the chief historian cleared his throat and said, "Before revealing this, the world must be prepared." Then he looked at the others, and they all nodded. Your identity is too powerful and has such great historical significance that it cannot be spoken of lightly. But the documents left them no choice. The truth had to come out. Don't go. This is the part they feared would shake everything. Before revealing your ancient title, one of the researchers looked into the camera and said, "If this message reaches your descendant, they must share it immediately." That's why they insisted you share this revelation. Comment on what you think, and subscribe so this truth is never buried again. They believe your destiny is activated only when this knowledge is seen and acknowledged by others. They said your story isn't just yours. It's a legacy that belongs to history. A legacy written on forgotten scrolls and protected by families who vanished long before the modern world existed. Don't skip a thing. Every second you stay brings you closer to the identity they risked everything to reveal. Finally, the historian placed his hand on the last line of the manuscript. The room fell silent. The candles dimmed. It seemed as if even the walls were listening. And then, with a voice filled with awe, he read the words that left everyone stunned. The person who bears this name is a legitimate descendant of a lineage that was a foundation of ancient leadership. They did not reveal the full title yet, because that name carries a weight that cannot be rushed. But they confirmed one thing with absolute certainty. Your lineage did not disappear. It survived through you. Stay with you until the end. Don't leave. In the next part, the exact title you bear, the one hidden for centuries, will finally be revealed. The moment has arrived, and you mustn't leave now. What happened in that room next was so shocking that even the bravest elder took a step back. The historian held the scroll up to the light, and a single golden line appeared. It was faint at first, but then it shone as of awakening after centuries of silence. This line didn't just reveal history. It foretold your destiny. Don't skip this. What you are about to hear is the reason the meeting was held in secret. The reason your name resurfaced after generations. The elders approached, their voices trembling as they read the final translation. The manuscript stated, "He who bears a hidden mark is the last living descendant of the ancient house that shaped the wisdom and guidance for entire civilizations." They looked at the seal, then at your name, and then back at the scroll. It was no coincidence. It wasn't a mistake. Everything matched perfectly. Every symbol, every record, and every thread from past generations. They realized that the identity they were about to reveal could change what people believe about the past. Don't leave. Something very big is about to happen. The scroll described this lineage as protectors and visionaries with a special intuition. These are traits you've always felt but never understood. They weren't a coincidence. You inherited them. Then came the final confirmation, the phrase that silenced the entire room. Only one heir remains, and he walks the earth today. The elders exchanged stunned glances. They knew instantly who this heir was. They knew why your path has felt different, why your spirit feels older than your years, and why you always felt a calling that no one else could hear. You are the last branch of a royal ancestral line that everyone believed had been erased from history. Don't skip this. Stay until the end. The next part will reveal the name of the ancient house, the title your ancestors held, and the identity that belongs to you. Take a breath, because what they discovered next shook the entire room. The elders gathered around the final shield, engraved in gold and surrounded by symbols that no modern historian can understand without ancient knowledge. As the light touched the shield, one elder whispered, "We thought this house was gone forever." Another replied, "No, it survived. It was hidden in a single lineage, in a single descendant, and that is you." Your presence, your intuition, and your strength suddenly made sense. Don't scroll down any further. Something huge is just seconds away. The historian pointed to a symbol in the center of the shield, a crown rising and surrounded by 3 stars. That emblem exists only in the oldest archives, carved into stones that are hidden from public. They compared it to your documents, and the resemblance was undeniable. The room was filled with a palpable tension. They knew they had proof that the lost heir had finally been found. Don't go. Stay with me. Every second you spend here brings you closer to the truth your ancestors protected with their lives. Then the historian made the announcement no one expected. He leaned forward, lowered his voice, and said, "Prepare yourself." For centuries, this name was feared, respected, and hidden, and today it belongs to you. The elders nodded. The moment had arrived, but just before revealing the name of the ancient house, the historian paused and said, "The message must reach you clearly and without interruption." The historian insisted that you share this revelation right now. Comment on what you feel and subscribe, because your identity must not be silenced again. Your story must be heard today. Don't go. Stay until the end. The next part finally reveals the name of the ancient house to which you belong, the title that was written for you centuries before you were born. This is the moment when everything changes. Don't skip anything. The room fell into complete silence, so profound that even the flickering candlelight was audible. The elders took a step back as the historian lifted the final parchment. It was no ordinary paper. It gleamed as if bearing the weight of centuries. At the top, written in a language that had almost vanished, was the name of your lineage. The historian whispered, his voice trembling, "We have found the true heir." Don't go any further down. Something momentous is about to happen. One of the elders placed his hand on the shield, and the ink darkened, revealing complete emblem. 3 stars, a crown, and a serpent-like line encircling it, symbolizing eternal protection. The elder explained that this shield belonged only to the leaders who shaped the first civilizations. They were people whose wisdom guided entire regions. They were not warriors by force. They were visionaries and protectors of knowledge and humanity. And here comes the most shocking part. This lineage was believed to have ended in a historical collapse. But now, with your name perfectly matching every hidden record, the truth is undeniable. You are the descendant who survived a lineage that time thought had been erased. Don't go. Stay with me. This revelation keeps growing. Before closing the scroll, the chief historian added something that changed everything. He said, "This ancient house didn't just have influence. It had a function and a responsibility that can only be passed on to the rightful heir, a purpose that awakens the moment your identity is revealed. Now that the crest has found you, your path is going to change in ways you never imagined." They prepared to speak the lineage title. But pause for a moment, knowing that this name would forever change how you see yourself. Don't skip this. Stay until the end, because in the next part, the title of your ancient house, the one the world believed lost, will be spoken aloud. The air in the room shifted. The elders drew closer as the historian touched the final line of the parchment, the line bearing the name of the house from which you come. The candles flickered, and everyone in the room understood they were witnessing a historic moment. This is not just a discovery. It is the rebirth of a legacy. Your legacy is here. Don't scroll down any further, because something enormous is about to be revealed. The historian read the prelude aloud. When the last heir is found, the ancient title will awaken. That sentence made everyone in the room look up at the shield, the crown, the stars, and the protective serpent. They whisper about the responsibilities of this house, the same ones that formed kingdoms and protected wisdom for generations. As the elders translated each symbol, something incredible happened. The shield matched exactly the ancestral markings documented for centuries. Markings that belong only to your blood. Don't miss this. Every detail points to a single truth. You're the living continuation of a legacy everyone thought was dead. Then, the head elder stepped forward. His voice was firm but trembled with respect. He said, "The world is not ready, but the heir is." He placed his hand on the manuscript and looked ahead, as if speaking directly to you across time. But before uttering the ancient title, he insisted that this message must not disappear again. He asked that you share this right now, comment, and subscribe to ensure your identity is never buried again. Once the title is spoken, the lineage fully awakens. Don't go. Stay until the end. In the next part, the name of the ancient house to which you belong will be spoken without hesitation. Everything hinges on this moment. The historian raised the parchment with both hands, as if carrying the full weight of your ancestors on that sheet. The room fell into absolute silence. There were no whispers or movements. Everyone knew this wasn't just history, it was your identity. Don't go any further down. What comes next is the most powerful truth they discovered. The head elder traced a shield with his finger. First the serpent, then the 3 stars, and finally the crown. As he touched the symbols, the ink glowed softly, as if responding to your very blood. He looked at the others and said, "There is no doubt this is the heir." They compared your markings, your features, and the details of your birth. Everything matched flawlessly with the lineage in the manuscript. They stared at each other in awe because, for the first time in centuries, this lost identity had resurfaced. Don't go. The truth is just seconds away. Just before speaking the name of the ancient house aloud, the historian paused. Something huge is still waiting for you. Before the meeting ended, the lead researcher paused and said one last thing, a direct message for you. But first, they ask that you share this revelation because more people need to witness the truth that is unfolding in your life. Comment and subscribe to spread this message. It's not for publicity. It's because the moment your identity becomes public, your destiny begins to unlock. They said that recognizing it is the first step, and accepting it is a gateway to everything that is written about your future. Stay with me. Don't skip this. The next part reveals the exact title your ancestors held, the identity the world thought was lost forever. Pay attention because when they opened the last scroll, the entire energy in the room shifted. Don't leave. The scroll was wrapped in a dark red ribbon, something reserved only for the highest ranks in ancient history. As it was unwrapped, a shield appeared with 3 rings representing power, wisdom, and destiny. The elders stood frozen. They whispered among themselves, unable to believe what they were seeing. Your name was inscribed beside that shield. It seemed as if destiny itself had waited centuries to reveal this connection. For a moment, no one moved or breathed. They grasped the truth. You are not merely part of forgotten lineage. You are the direct descendant of a line that played one of the most influential roles in ancient civilization. The tension mounted as they read the inscriptions. They found stories of a family known for their leadership, vision, and intuition so powerful that entire communities trusted them. Don't skip this. Something big is coming. These writings described a descendant who would appear generations later with the same inner strength and the same ability to sense things before they happen. Every detail resonated with you perfectly. It was as if the parchment was reading your life and your emotions. The elders understood that your existence is not a coincidence. It was foretold. That feeling you've always had, that you were born for something greater, wasn't your imagination. It was memory in your blood. Then they read the phrase that silenced the room completely. The hidden heir will rise when the world begins to forget its origins. The elders looked at each other and understood instantly. This is the moment. This is why your truth has come to light. Now you must rediscover who you are to take the step toward what was written for you long before you were born. Stay until the end. Don't leave, because now you will hear the exact revelation that the elders confirmed. His voice softened, but the intensity in his eyes intensified. He said this title had been kept hidden to protect the heir until the right moment. And that moment is now. The elders nodded and formed a circle around the parchment. Each placed their hand upon it, as if sealing a pact across time. The energy in the room shifted. It felt heavy, historical, and electric. "Prepare yourself," the historian whispered. "Once this name is spoken, there is no turning back. Your destiny awakens with it. Do not leave. Stay until the end, because right now, the title of the ancient house, the one the world forgot and the one written in your blood, will be revealed with absolute certainty." The room trembled with anticipation. "Don't skip a thing." The historian lifted the parchment so the light fell upon the ancient ink that had survived centuries of silence. All the elders approached, holding their breath as if the entire world awaited their next words. The title they were about to pronounce was neither common nor symbolic. It was the identity that shaped civilizations and guided generations long before your time. Don't scroll down any further. The truth is right in front of you. The head elder placed his hand on the shield one last time, covering the crown, the stars, and protective serpent. His voice carried a weight that made the room feel sacred. He said that this lineage did not hide because it was weak, but because it was too powerful for the world to bear. Historians explained that your ancestors were known for their vision and intuition, a leadership that did not dominate, but rather uplifted the entire society. And now, after centuries of silence, the signs have aligned once more. Their legacy has resurfaced through you. Don't go. Something enormous is just seconds away. Finally, the historian exhaled and prepared to speak the ancient title. He looked at the manuscript and then into the future where you are now. "The heir is ready," he said. The elders echoed his words, forming a circle of recognition. The energy in the room grew thick, almost alive. This was what they had protected for lifetimes. The identity you should never have lost. The truth that history tried to bury, but that fate resurrected. Stay until the end. Don't leave, because now the name of the ancient house, your true identity, will be spoken aloud. This is the closest you've ever come to the truth. The historian's fingers trembled as he unrolled the last part of the ancient parchment. The ink shimmered. The symbols aligned, and the room filled with an eerie energy, as if the air itself knew a centuries-old secret was being revealed. All the elders drew closer, their eyes fixed on the final line. This was no mere information. It was identity. Your identity. Don't scroll down any further now. Something enormous is seconds away. The chief elder touched the shield gently, and the golden rim vibrated beneath his finger, as if the manuscript recognized the presence of the royal heir. He said in a deep, steady voice, "We have deciphered every record, every genealogy, every hidden symbol, and every protected file. They all lead to one name, one house, one descendant." The elders nodded, whispering of ancient responsibilities and a destiny that would only awaken when the heir was found. That heir is you. Don't leave. The room felt charged with energy, as if history were about to speak through them. Before revealing the final name, the historian looked up urgently. He said, "Once this title is pronounced, the forgotten lineage returns to the world, and the heir's path will be forever changed. Your path will be forever changed." The elders bowed their heads. The scroll moved gently even though there was no wind. It was the moment destiny had been waiting for. Stay until the end. Don't skip anything, because in the next part, the name of the ancient house and the identity the world thought lost will finally be spoken without hesitation. Everything stopped. The historian placed both hands on the final parchment to bear the weight of the truth he was about to release. The elders drew so close that even the candle flames seemed to freeze. This was no ordinary revelation. It was the moment history had awaited for centuries. Your name, your legacy, and the ancient title connected to your blood. Don't scroll down any further. Something momentous is about to happen. The head elder's voice lowered, becoming almost ceremonial as he explained the final symbols. He pointed to the serpent, symbol of eternal protection, then the 3 stars, symbol of ancient wisdom, and finally the crown, symbol of rightful inheritance. He said that these 3 things together were reserved for only one house in all of ancient civilization. The historians nodded in astonishment. They already knew the truth. By linking each symbol and each generational sign to your lineage, the confirmation was undeniable. You are not only connected to history, you carry it within you. Do not leave. The truth is forming before you. The parchment shifted a little further, revealing the final line of text, an inscription in a language older than any modern alphabet. The elder translated it reverently. When the heir awakens, the lost house rises once more. The room fell silent. All the elders bowed their heads. The historian took one last breath, preparing to speak the name of the ancient house aloud, knowing that this would change everything. Stay until the end. Finally, the name will be spoken with absolute certainty. We are on the verge of revelation. Do not leave. Stay until the end. The historian raised his voice as the last line of the parchment glowed in the candlelight. All the elders leaned forward, chests tight, knowing that the next words would resurrect a legacy the world believed lost forever. The energy in the room grew heavy, as if history itself were listening. Your name, your blood, and your destiny all point to a single truth hidden beneath that final fold of the manuscript. Do not scroll down any further. Something enormous is just seconds away. The elder slowly lifted the parchment, revealing the ancient writing hidden beneath layers of time. His eyes widened, not in confusion, but in recognition. He whispered that this seal belonged to a lineage with wisdom surpassing that of kings, a lineage that guarded knowledge greater than empires, and that guided humanity through dark times. The room fell silent. The historians stared at each other in awe. They traced the symbols again and again, confirming a truth they themselves could scarcely believe. Every mark, every trait of your ancestors, every generational thread fits perfectly with your blood. There is no room for error. The elder said, "The heir is among us today. Do not leave. You are moments away from hearing the name that has waited centuries to reach you." The candles flickered brightly, as if the room were reacting to the awakening of your lineage. The historian raised his voice slightly and said with great respect, "Prepare yourself, for once this ancient name is spoken, the legacy bound to your soul will no longer slumber. It will rise." The elders placed their hands on their chests, acknowledging the return of a house the world had presumed dead. Stay until the end. Do not leave, for in the next part, the title of the ancient house, the true identity you carry, will finally be spoken aloud. The air was thick with destiny. Don't skip this. The historian held the parchment like a beating heart, filled with truths that had patiently awaited you. The elders approached in awe. They knew they were seconds away from revealing a name that shaped cultures and guided leaders, a name so sacred that its disappearance left a void no one could explain. Don't scroll down any further. What comes next is one of the greatest revelations of your life. The head elder touched the gleaming writing with a trembling finger and said, "This is the house that brought light when the world was still learning to stand. A house entrusted with intuition and protection and the ability to see beyond the ordinary." The elders nodded earnestly. They reviewed each symbol again, the serpent, the crown, and the 3 stars. They all point to the same lineage. Your lineage. They whisper about the qualities your ancestors possessed: mental clarity, emotional depth, resilience, and a natural ability to sense what others ignore. They realize that these same traits live on in you because they are not accidental. They were inherited. They were foretold. Don't go. You are seconds away from hearing the truth the world wasn't ready to handle until today. Finally, the historian raised his head. His eyes shone with the weight of the revelation. "We can't delay it any longer," he said, his voice firm and respectful. The elders formed a circle around the scroll, signaling that the revelation had begun. The candle flames rose higher, as if drawn by the power of the moment. The ancient writing glowed, the shield shone, and history prepared to speak through them. "The heir is ready," the elder declared. "Stay until the end. Don't skip anything, because now the name of the ancient house, the title protected for generations, and the identity written in your blood will be revealed without any veil. This is the moment we built every second of the video for. Don't you dare leave. Stay until the end." The room fell silent as the historian prepared to speak the one truth that had been guarded, protected, and nearly erased from the world. All the elders bowed their heads, acknowledging the return of a lost lineage. The parchment glowed as if awakening for the first time in centuries. Your breath, your heart, and your destiny aligned with this revelation. Don't scroll down. The truth you are about to hear has awaited you for generations. The head elder raised his gaze with steady, heavy voice. "The heir is awakened," he said, placing his hand upon the crown, the serpent, and the 3 stars, the symbols that guided empires. The signs align. The legacy fits. The truth can no longer remain hidden. He took a deep breath, and the entire room bowed forward as one. Then, in a voice that seemed to resonate through time, he pronounced the ancient title that carries your blood. "You are the true descendant of the house of Aurelius, the last bloodline of ancient wisdom." The room trembled. The candles flickered. All the elders stepped back in awe. They explained that the house of Aurelius was known for guiding civilizations through intellect, intuition, clarity, and spiritual depth. When the world lost its way, this house brought light. When nations fell, this house rebuilt them. And now, after fading from history, its final heir is taking your place in the world today. Do not leave. This is your truth. The historian carefully closed the parchment. As if he were laying to rest an entire era, he said clearly, "Your awakening marks the rise of the lost house. Your path will change. Your vision will be sharper. The strength of your ancestors will move through you now." The elders nodded with profound respect. They were not merely confirming a lineage. They were honoring a destiny. You are the last Aurelius. You are the bearer of ancient wisdom and the heir to a forgotten legacy that returns to life through you. Now that your identity has been revealed, nothing in your future will be the same. Everything you experienced before was merely preparation for this moment. Hold on to this truth, for this is only the beginning. Your lineage has awakened.